There have been many moments of humour in politics in recent years, but most of them have been at the expense of the individual. There's Kermit the Frog mentioned in the House by Pete Wishart, which was he was mocking the Prime Minister's previous mention of the Muppets, and he quipped, "Maybe we can even get a Fozzie Bear to show us the energy crisis." Jacob Rees-Mogg, who surprised everyone by rapping lyrics from World in Motion during the excitement of England's run to the Euro 2020 final. But mostly it's Matt Hancock's camera incident, which led to his resignation and prompted Labour's Chris Bryant to humorously question whether MPs knew if their cameras were pointing in the correct direction, if they knew where their cameras were. The Zoom troubles during the pandemic, notably with Conservative MP Scott Mann's voice altered to sound like a Dalek, and Labour MP Nadia Whittome struggling with background noise from construction work during a session, or Boris Johnson hiding in a fridge. But I think nothing quite gets the good humour, or the potential good humour in the House of Commons better than this wonderful moment during the Prime Minister's, and I use the term very pointedly, the new Prime Minister's announcement in the House, or his speech about the Blenheim meetings and about the meetings that he's had with President Zelensky, and he was responding to a speech by Rishi Sunak, and he inadvertently called Rishi Sunak Prime Minister. Just listen to the good-humoured laughter across the House here, and I'm sure this good spirit will go very quickly, but it's lovely to hear it while it's there. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
So in conclusion, let me thank the Prime Minister for coming to the House today to update us. I can assure him that on these benches, we will work with him on these questions of foreign policy and national security. We will ask questions, we will probe, we will push for answers. That is our duty as the official opposition. But we will always act in the national interest and work constructively with him to ensure the security of our country.
Yeah. Can I thank the Leader of the Opposition for his welcome comments in relation to President Biden? I'm sure will be well received, and what he said about the consensus on foreign policy in relation to NATO and the EPC. I do think that's important, and I'm glad that we managed to get that consensus over recent years, because we are in a more volatile world, and the world is looking in to see unity in the United Kingdom. That is particularly so in relation to Ukraine. And I have commended the role of the previous government in relation to Ukraine, do so again, and took the deliberate decision when I was Leader of the Opposition not to depart on Ukraine, because I took the view, and continue to take the view, that the only winner in that circumstances is Putin, who wants to see division. And I think that it's very important for Ukraine to see that continued unity across this House. We will, of course, work with others. And in relation to the particular point, the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, old habits die hard. The point that the Leader of the Opposition took me on security and cooperation with our EU allies, I do believe that's for our mutual benefit, but I can assure him and the House that that does not cut across or come at the cost of other alliances, and we're fully committed to AUKUS, something I was able to make clear in opposition, and I take this early opportunity to affirm in government, because again I think it's an area where there's important consistency across the House. And in relation to the conflict in Gaza, I think the more that we can be united in this House, the better. It is an issue of great complexity, but I do think that the approach that has been shown is the right approach, and we take it forward in that spirit. Thank you very much.